I'd like to thank the Academy at 618 Racing for this really cool hat that I got after last Saturday's St. Louis Derby. Hi. Well, welcome to the Oven. Hey, that'd be a good name for it. We're done with August, though. That's good news. Yeah, we're gonna have a change in the weather here in a week or so. So, hey, we got a couple scratches, not as many as one would think. Everyone's going to be safe out here. We start off with 2-year-old maidens. So right now, we'll give you the changes after the anthem coming up. So right now, please stand if you can. Take off those hats for the playing of our Star Spangled Banner. All right, here we go. Changes for race number 1, scratch out number 1, Templar, and number 5. So 1 and 5 are scratched from race number 1. Overweight on the 7, Midnight Minister, 3 pounds overweight. All right, let's move along. Race number 2, we got mares going 5.5 furlongs. Scratch number 1, Steampunk, out of the second race. Let's see, race 3 looks clear to me. Doesn't mean much. In the 4th race, scratch out number 2 and scratch out number 4. So 2 and 4 are scratched from today's 4th race. 5th race is good. In race number 6, scratch out the 7. 6th race, filly and mare, 6th race, scratch out number 7, and the 5 Girls Nicks now is 2 pounds overweight. 7th race is good. Just a mere overweight in the 8th and final race that stays intact with a field of 9, and we do have a jockey change. So in the 8th and last, number 4, Adam 5-0, make the jockey Frank Reyes. On number 4, Adam 5-0, and the 5, Mike's Last Call, is 1 pound over the listed weight. Let's head on down and see what Peter Lurie is up to. Hey, Peter, what's up?
Everybody, as we're getting ready for this rather warm day. But you know what they like to say in my part of the country in California? It's hot, but it's a dry heat, and that's a good thing. Hi, everybody. On behalf of Excel Entertainment, we want to welcome all of you to our Horse Hooky Tuesday here at beautiful Fairmount Park. Just having a day after what was a spectacular St. Louis Derby day. And if you didn't have a chance to be with us, hopefully you were watching on YouTube television, which a lot of our folks are watching on the streaming channel. Do want to let you know, as Keith mentioned, I'll raise some scratches to come in. We got a good contentious 8-race card. I've already got my wagers in, so you better start getting ahead of the game. Do want to let you know that our Groom of the Week program that was started by the Illinois Horsemen is just tremendous. And we have a tie that will be acknowledged after race number 1. They're both in the Ralph Martinez barn. Groom Charles Rosales and Groom Eduardo Cabrera are both tied for Groom of the Week. Congratulations, gentlemen, and we'll be seeing them right after the first race. As far as the jockey and the trainer standings, really nothing has changed. For the trainers, Jimmy Watkins in second place, Scotty Becker, the top one, and then, of course, Ralph Martinez running up in number 3. For the jockeys, you guessed it, Ademir Santos is at the top of the leaderboard. And let me correct myself. Alexander Bendesu is at the top of the leaderboard. It's very warm, folks. Ademir Santos and Johannes Aringaren are the top 3 in there. So we're going to be getting ready. I will probably be back on the air about 15 minutes to post. We are so glad you could join us today. And on behalf of everyone here at Excel Entertainment, we'd like to welcome you to Horse Hooky Tuesday at Fairmount Park. Hi, everybody, and welcome to another beautiful day here at Fairmount Park. If you're just joining us over on YouTube television, I'm Peter Lurie, and I'll be with you for the entire 8-race card. Getting ready with the 5 furlongs. These are Illini bred maiden special weights. You know what that means? Big purse, $38,000 on the line for these 2-year-olds going a distance of 5 furlongs. Let's take a look at the runners. Coming up here with about 15 minutes to post, the horses are coming in. I wasn't sure, but I was a little shocked. I took a swing, I thought, at 6-1 on the 3-horse Spirit of Troy. And as we all know now, is 6-5 favorite here for trainer Robert Pompel. The work pattern suggests that this horse should be ready to go. A 2-year-old son of More Spirit who worked a August 10th, 36-1. That was from the gate. And for whatever reason, they were not satisfied with what they saw. They came back on August 21st with another gate drill, a 47 from the gate, another best of. And that gives me the indication, even though the barn hits at about 5% with their first timers, that's based on a sample of 20. So I'm not as worried about the percentage there. When you see back-to-back gate drills, it's usually an indication of either the track or the trainer is not satisfied with what they saw the first time. However, it's not the end-all be-all, because many times you'll have a trainer who says, you know what, I just work them a couple times from the gate prior to their debut. Adamir Santos, I'm always a fan of him, very strong rider, currently second in the riders' standings. I don't know where this horse is going to be. I have a feeling going 5 furlongs. Don't be surprised if they're here very early in the race. Move our attention to the 2 right in front of you there. That was the actual morning line 8-5 favorite, the 2-horse Sculptor for trainer John Wainwright. Was well meant by the public in the debut. Can't say they had a huge excuse, but the winner absolutely freaked on them, won by 9 lengths. They were clear of the second horse in a field of 8. Makes a lot of sense, getting hosed off. It's going to be a very, very warm day today, but as we've mentioned, no humidity, or if the humidity's here, it's very low, and that's a great sign for all of us. Move our attention to the 7, Midnight Minister. Steve Manley sends out for owner Donald Griffin. The doctor is also the breeder of this 2-year-old son of Tapiture. Well meant by the public. Here, I'm saying it again. It's something you really want to take a look at. Hands the reins over to a 10-pound apprentice who, from what I can see, is making their debut here at the track. And that is Felix Vasquez Jr. Good luck to Felix. This horse was, you know, not really a lot I could say outside of the fact that it was a muddy track. And muddy tracks, sometimes they spin their wheels. Sometimes they like it. Sometimes they don't. So expect a better effort from this one, and good luck to this new young apprentice here at Fairmount Park. So that's how we see it for the first race. 3, 2, 7. I'm going to use the 2 and the 3 in the early pick 5, but we're going to go with Spirit of Troy. Hopefully the Spirit, as a debut, gets the money. Horses will be coming out on the track shortly. Good luck.
No sudden movements. Maiden 2-year-old colts and geldings coming out onto the track for the running of 5 furlongs over the fast going. 38,000 the purse. Scratch the 1 Templar and number 5 Sour Tamarindo. 3 pounds over on the 7. Early daily double, early dollar pick 3s. You have 50-cent pick 5s. Win, play, show wagering, exacta, trifecta, superfectas. Post time in just about 4 minutes. Horses should be coming out onto the track at this time. All 8 races today. Get those wagers in as soon as possible. You have less than 2 minutes. Less than 1 minute they are headed to the starting gate. Field of 6 juveniles has reached the starting gate. Moving up, Sculptor. I think you, the wagering public, got this figured out. Favoritism, the 2. Loading in pretty quick. Midnight Minister. Midnight Griffin. Outside Show Dominic. They're in the gate. 2-year-olds vying for 5 furlongs here in the opener, really taking a left-hand turn with Spirit of Troy. Quarter horse to the front, Slick Henry is trying to get up by about a head over Midnight Griffin, well positioned. Still asked for everything he has early is Spirit of Troy along the inside fence. Then a break of 3 lengths to Show Dominic, well handled, climbing a bit in back in 5th. That is Sculptor, your favorite. And the horse far back is Midnight Minister. On the lead around the turn towards the quarter pole they swing. Slick Henry has it by just about a half a length over Midnight Griffin. Show Dominic is cruising about the 4-path. On the maneuver, it's Spirit of Troy, who's going all over the place. Well back to Sculptor, who's going down the center of the course in deep stretch. Midnight Griffin on the board at 5-1 has inched away and will go to the winner's circle. Midnight Griffin to start the proceedings by 2 3/4 over Slick Henry. Oncoming Sculptor, a very good finish for 3rd and 4th throughout Show Dominic. Gotta love the start of this day. Clerk of Scales Frankie getting high-fived. Secretary of the HBPA here. Megan getting high-fived. We're all just baking cookies today. The 1 and the 5 were scratched in race number 1. Number 4, Midnight Griffin. Sub 1 minute, 59 4/5 of a second, 59.93. have not been notified about the rider's claim of foul or rider's objection here in race number 1, so I believe they just said it's 3 versus 4. They're conversing with the jockeys right now. While we're under that steward's look-see and the rider's objection, race number 1 in the winner's circle is number 4, Midnight Griffin, and jockey Alexander Bendezu. Homebred for Mr. Donald Griffin, trained by Steve Manley. 2-year-old Grace Son, Leo Frick, out of the bandbox mare Dancing at Midnight. Winning time again, just under 1 minute. 4-6-2-8, not yet official. Thank you, Judge. There will be no change to the running order. 4-6-2-8 will be official. 4-6-2-8. No change. Hey, before Peter gets a hold of someone down there, how about a dead heat coming up for the Grooms of the Week today? Grooms of the Week from the Ralph Martinez barn. We'll have Charles Rosales and Eduardo Cabrera. A dead heat for Grooms of the Week.
How about that? We got Alexander Bendezu, our leading rider, with the 4-horse Midnight Griffin. Big turnaround from what we saw last time out. First of all, how was the track playing?
Well, the track is good today. You know, the only thing is the hot weather, but it's good. And the steward let us go out 4 minutes before the race. You know, it's good for us.
Good. Hey, real quickly, what was the biggest turnaround? Because last time out, the horse didn't seem to want anything to do with it. You just think second time out, he was just going to be more focused?
Yeah. The first time he was nervous, very nervous. We had a problem in the gate. He jumped in the gate. I fell off. So now he was more relaxed. I feel him go to the gate, jogging good, feeling good. So I say, just the only instruction was break and go. Try to go in front. So.
Alexander, really appreciate it, man. Have a great day today. Stay hydrated, okay, buddy?
Thank you.
All right. All right. Alexander Bendezu with the first of 8.
Congratulations again to our dual Grooms of the Week for the Ralph Martinez barn, Charles and Eduardo. Congratulations.
Welcome back, everybody. Good race there in the opener, second half of the double, and also the start of a $1 pick three, $1 pick four. Very bright today, so my apologies for the shades. Thank you for all of you watching, especially our folks watching over on YouTube television. We've got another field, $7,500 non-winners of one other than claiming group going a distance of 5.5 furlongs. These are the ladies. Let's take a look. 6 horses, Summer of Mischief. This one for Charles Ritter and Scott Becker. They did not breed this one. The 7-year-old mare was a Kentucky bred who just came off a really nice win last time out. Alexander Bendesu was aboard. Bendesu looking to take both daily double. Horse has got speed, and I think that is prevalent here. They rolled. They got one way to do it. Was so impressive last time out. And let's not forget, that was open company. I know it was a wet, fast track, but that was open company, 62.50. Get some tough customers there. Now they're coming down to a situation that makes a lot of sense. I think on the outside, I think they are the controlling speed, and we'll just see how it plays itself out. 5 horse just to the inside of them. That would be my Sweet Anna Lies. Interesting play. It's a 6-year-old daughter of Overanalyze, so you get where the name came. Never gone 5.5 furlongs. For the most part, has been a 6 furlong specialist. Last race was a win off the pace. They're going to need some help up front if they're going to be able to pull this off. Frank Randazzo, of course, got his 1,000th winner just recently. He's currently hitting at 23% at the current meet. Javier Tavares getting the call. He's hitting at 12%, making the most of the opportunities he gets. Horse looks nice and relaxed. Ears forward. The minute they get those saddles on, usually they're all business. And this horse looks like ready for a big effort. Rounding out the top 3 for yours truly, that is Reba Attack for the Shane Childers barn. Likes to pick up checks. 35 starts, lifetime, 5 winners, 7 seconds, 2/3. From the distance of 5.5 furlongs is a 1 for 9 in the winner's circle with 4 seconds. The Brisnet speed numbers, and again, if you believe in the speed index at Brisnet, and I certainly do, I think this horse makes a lot of sense in the situation. Angel Stanley gets the call. As I've mentioned, he's having himself a tremendous meet, 14%, looking for his 22nd winner of the current meet. So, as they're getting ready to go, and they're going to be probably only heading out on the track till about 4 minutes to post, which is a smart idea from the track. We're going to go 6, 5, 3. As a reminder, $1 pick 3, $1 pick 4. In effect, I'm going to go with the outside horse. Speed to be the most prevalent with the 6 horse, and the 6 horse is Summer of Mischief to take race number 2. Good luck.
Mares at 7,500, the claiming tag. 3-year-olds and up that have not won a race in 2026. Scratch out number 1, Steampunk. There is no show wagering with the field of 5. Win and place wagering, rolling doubles, rolling pick 3s. Still have superfectas. You have the early dollar pick 4. Exactas. Plenty. Get involved again. Shortened track time for warm-ups today. They'll be sent out to the track proper with about 4 minutes until loading time. 3 minutes now until race 2. Five and a half furlongs coming up in just over a minute. Race number 7 is our third in a series of 5 races for the Fairmount Park Sprint Series. As the purses escalate, as the races continue to unfold. Since we're in September now, race number 7 worth $29,000. All the Sprint Series at 6 furlongs. Have some new shooters coming up for that. Or there will be bonuses paid off to trainers as well as the owners for the regular purse structure. The mares are loading in for race 2. Five in the stalls. Flag is up. And they're off. Clean getaway pretty much. My Sweet Analyze is out the rear. On the front, Summer of Mischief, bet down, odds on now, just runs right away. Out by 3 lengths from the gray, Golub City. Tracking on the inside, not liking it particularly much, is Vizinista, who's passed by both come from behinders. They being Reba Attack, who moves third. On the outside of she comes My Sweet Analyze, and now backwards we have Visionista, who trails by almost 10 lengths. Just a stroll in the heat for Summer of Mischief. Letting that one close up, that one being Golub City, who could sidle up and go right on by past the quarter pole. These two are deadlocked now. Summer of Mischief and Golub City right together inside. Summer of Mischief has been passed by Golub City. Golub City is out and puts a length on Summer of Mischief, who's trying to fight back. Up into third is Reba Attack, but it's Golub City at 6-1. Turning the tables, going to win by almost 4. It was Summer of Mischief, then came My Sweet Analyze. Charles Ritter, Scott Becker, William Stirritz, $14.80. Okay. Golub City galloped home in a sub 105, a minute 4.86 seconds. Minute 4 and 4. The gray daughter of Golub reports to the winner's circle out of the City Place mare, St. Louis City, bred in Illinois. Our former owner here, Mr. William Stirritz, trained by Scott Becker. Congratulations to the law firm of Ritter and Becker. $4,653. The trifecta almost $30. The early double 4 with 4. Just about $60. 10-cent trifecta, $10.07. So we start the day 5-1 and 6-1. The one was scratched from race 2. Third race, there are no changes. We sprint 6 furlongs. These are maiden claimers for $62.50, 3-year-olds and up. Coming up next in 18 minutes. Nice job. Down we go to Peter Lurian. They got a guy who's been smoking hot over the last week or so, Rainier Arrieta.
Thank you so much, Keith. And yes, what you were just talking about, if you've been watching the program over the last month, all I've been doing is talking about this guy. It is amazing. Rainier Arrieta with the victory. Golub City, 7-year-old mare of Golub. She picks up her 4th winner at the distance. All I can say right now, man, you're doing a great job. You and I, we've talked about it before. There's ups and downs, ebbs and flows, but you've kept it together, and I think you're benefiting. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Let's talk about the race itself. What made you think coming in here, this horse was a bit of a long shot originally. What made you think that this horse was playable?
I saw the other horse of his had a little bit of speed, so I let the other one go and just sat right off the speed and asked her to run in the 3As, and she made a hard move and hit her left-handed and drew off.
All I can tell you, man, I know you got to get out of here. You got to get some water in you. Thank you so much. The players love it. We love it. And keep up the good work.
Thank you, thank you.
You got it. Reina Arrieta aboard. That's Galib City taking the victory here in race number 2. Sometimes you just got to make sure the mic's on. Welcome back, everybody. I hate to go away from Earth, Wind, and Fire. They are so good. Welcome back. Oh, I just got a yeah. Yeah. Welcome back, everybody, here at Fairmount Park. Yes, it is hot, but again, I'm not making this up. Humidity, very low, so it makes for a very nice day. So what the heck, sunglasses will deal with it. We're looking at a maiden claiming 62.50, going 6 furlongs here to kick off another $1 pick 3. Interesting looking field. Let's take a look at the runners. For yours truly, I'm looking and saying, Scotty Becker, looks like he is holding the cards in this race. He's got 2 in the race here. Obviously the 4 to 5 favorite, but we're first going to look at the 2-horse Soul Keeper. This one for he and his partner, both of them, Charles Ritter, is an Arkansas bred. They gave $1,400 back at Fasig-Tipton in 2024. The debut was on July 14th. Well meant by the public, as I've meant before. I love this angle. Well meant in the debut. The horse broke out and was steadied, so had plenty of excuses for not running a really good race. Comes right back. Johannes Aragon will ride, and I think this horse's second time out is a good play. Off the layoff, Scotty hits at 21%, a sample of 157. Second career start, and this is one to look at. The man is hitting. Do you like the way I'm dramatically pausing? 31%, and that is based on a sample of 67 horses in the sample. Right as I said that, the horse went from 5 to 9 to 2. Probably not because of me. So I think the horse makes a lot of sense. Nobody in this race really has I have to have the lead, so it'll be interesting to see who actually goes of these 2. Move our attention to the horse right in front of you. That is the 1, and that's Be Lucky Again. This is a 3-year-old gelded son of Good Samaritan. Seems to be going in the right direction. Had the debut on June 23rd for maiden claiming 15. It was just kind of a one-pace thing, got shuffled back early. Then showed up on July 14th for a maiden claiming 10. And again, showed interest before getting tired, got beat 3.5 when it was all said and done. They inherit the rail trip, probably not what you're looking for, but they get the hands of Travis Wales. And you know my thoughts on Travis. This guy can ride. He looks good on a horse. He's a strong finisher, and I think he's a tremendous judge of pace. So he's definitely one you're going to want to consider in your wagering. Everyone is, and is currently the 1 to 5 favorite. 7 horse is Cheater. Heather Arian is the trainer and the owner. She hands the reins over Brody Martinez for the second time. Horse looked better the second time out, but I still think it's going to need a little help up front. The one thing that gives indication there should be something good happening here. On August 15th, this horse was a bullet drill, 36-2, best of. Chances are Brody was aboard for it, so he's already got the familiarity again of this horse. They draw the outside. Wouldn't be surprised at all at 9 to 1 if this horse makes an early move and tries to get the lead. We'll see how it plays itself out. Looks good. Nice and relaxed, getting tacked up there by Heather. Rounding out the top 4 is the 3-horse Tap the Prize for Anthony Bleu. This is a 4-year-old gelded son of Hollywood Dawn. Most experienced in the group, 0 for 14th. 0 for 4 is yet to hit the board at the distance. So tough for this one. Is going to drop back and hopefully make one move. If there's, for whatever reason, if there is a crazy early pace, maybe this horse really gives you what they can do. But at 23 to 1, maybe it's worth taking a shot regardless. So that's how I'm seeing it here to kick off another $1 pick 3. 2-1-7-3 is how we're seeing it. But I think the Becker barn is sitting on the right 2 horses. Soul Keeper on top, Be Lucky Again for the second. We'll see how it plays out. Horse is about to come out on the track. Good luck.
Race number 3 consists of 7 geldings, offered for a claiming price of $6,250, 3 years of age and up. These are maidens. 6 furlongs the distance. Post time up in just 3 minutes. Wager sooner and more often. Race number 3 coming up in just a couple of moments. Just about 1 minute. Approaching the starting gate. Moving in, Be Lucky Again, an American Blend. Soul Keeper, Stormy, Stormy Night. All Kinds of Trouble. Tap the prizes in, and there goes Cheater. Field of 7. At 6 furlongs, flag is up. And they're off. Dwelling in the Gate, it looked like number 3, Tapped the Prize, came out desperately last. Along the inside, both of the Becker runners, Be Lucky Again and Soul Keeper, pretty much right together in that front-running quartet. Now 5, it's American Blend in 3rd. Poking on up through is Stormy, Stormy Night, and then all of them in a nice little row. Wider to Cheater and All Kinds of Trouble. On the front, Be Lucky Again and Cheater. So the bookends pretty much together as they go to the left-hand turn. Cheater takes over by just about 3/4 of a length from Be Lucky Again. Back along the rail is Soul Keeper, pinned there by All Kinds of Trouble. That's the front-running quartet. And then back we have, not today for backing out, Stormy, Stormy Night. On the move from far back after dwelling at the start is Tap the Prize. But on the front end, it's Be Lucky Again and Cheater. Coming still from last along the fence is Tap the Prize, running a big one. Very tired are the front duo. Be Lucky Again and Cheater, deep stretch. Be Lucky Again. Be Lucky Again. Beat Cheater on the square just by about a neck. Back in 3rd was Tap the Prize, and Soul Keeper was 4th. One to 2 over 5 to 1, over 9 to 1, and then well back to Soul Keeper. The 2 was 4th. Making his way back to the winner's enclosure of race number 3. Number 1, Be Lucky Again, and jockey Travis Wales, last seen at Indianapolis yesterday. Congratulations to Travis. Co-owned by Charles Ritter and Scott Becker, trained by Scott Becker. That's 2 for those connections. 3-year-old gelded son of Good Samaritan out of the El Corridor mare, Lucky Path. Bred here in Illinois by Ms. Dawn Martin. 1 to 2 the odds. Exacta $5, trifecta $7.45. The race 2 and 3 double 4 with one $17.70. The early pick 3, hey, 4, 4, and 1, $105.20 on a buck. All 7 ran in today's third race. Cheater paid $362.40, tapped the price $260 to show. 10-cent superfecta, $3.29 for a dime. Fourth race coming up. Scratch the 2, scratch the 4. So we have a field of 5, no show wagering. We sprint 5 1/2 furlongs coming up next. Fillies and mares, 3 years of age and up.
I'm being
$4,000 claimers coming up next in 19 minutes, Peter.
Thank you, Keith. I was being quiet because you got to let the man get his job done, and good job, Keith. We're here with Travis Wales. Be lucky again. Now, you want to talk about lucky? It ain't no luck. 2 winners at Prairie Meadows, winner yesterday at Horseshoe, Indianapolis, and now he gets a victory here. Travis, it pays to be lucky, but it also pays on hard work, and right now that's what you're doing. Congratulations.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. You know, all the people, connections, Jim Watkins, everybody that we've shipped in and out of town, they put in hard work week in, week out, and it's nice to see, wherever you end up, that the horses get the payoff for sure.
I was bragging about you as you were going around the track, and all I said to him, I said, first of all, he's a veteran, but you see the way he sits on a horse? And a lot of people, I think, don't really consider that. And I'm paying you a compliment. I paid it before. The only person I've ever seen sit better than you was the Hall of Famer Gary Stevens. Is that just part of what you do? You condition yourself to say that's part of the game?
I'd say, yeah, you have to have a certain way you might want to look. You don't want to look like a human kite like some riders out here. Right. And sometimes it's natural talent. Some can do it, some have to work at it, But if you're not have natural talent and have a certain style, then you better be smart. But, if you're not, then...
It is what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, Travis, you got to get hydrated. Get over there. You got a good day today. Congratulations, my friend. And just get out of here. Travis Wales, as it is, better be lucky. Well, it's all about the skill. But Travis Wales is on a hot streak. Welcome back, everybody. 5.5 furlongs the distance, another $1 rolling pick 3 in effect, and a special hello to all of our friends watching on YouTube television. For folks that are around the track right now, if you don't know what that is, you go to YouTube. It's on your streaming on most people's smart televisions, and it says sign in as a guest. It doesn't cost you anything. You type in Fairmount Park Racing Live. If you say live, it will take you immediately to us, and you can watch it from the comfort of your own home. Not saying we don't love you here. We love you here. Meanwhile, 5.5 furlongs the distance is your open 4,000 group, and they're getting ready to come out on the track. Still got a couple more minutes, so let's take a closer look. Big scratch in the race for yours truly. I thought the 4-horse Golly Posse made a lot of sense. Unfortunately, Golly Posse is scratched. It brings us to the other Becker horse. And you know, they always say, what's the adage? Why run 2 when 1 will do? We shall see. This would be 3 for the Becker barn this afternoon, another of the Charles Ritter group, and once again, another 9-year-old mare who was not bred by them. It's an interesting horse, but I can just speak as an owner and a breeder myself. Mares, once they get to a certain year, they all of a sudden just abruptly decide, I'm done, I want to be a mommy now. Not saying that's going to be the case with this one, who I've got on top, but once they get past about 7, 8 years old, it can happen overnight. It's not like a gradual thing. But this horse seems to be in good shape, is running well, lightly raced, and I shouldn't say that, 44 starts from 14 wins, just under $292,000 in earnings, so they definitely have been making the money with this one. Last time out, gotten a bit of a pace hookup, going 5.5 here on June 30th. Scotty, of course, took the time out, gave this horse a little bit of a breather. She's a 9-year-old. Comes back with a 50-2, which is not particularly fast, but when you're at that age, it's just maintenance. And when I say maintenance, horses, like a lot of things, are on a schedule, and they are creatures of schedule. So at that point, you really don't need them to do anything. It's just, well, the schedule is you're going to do this before the race, and this is what we're going to do. Horse looks good. Alexander Bendesu, your leading rider, looking for his second winner today on the card. He's having a tremendous meet, hitting at 25%. Let's go to the 3-horse, Wild Tappet. Now, I thought about putting this horse on top. Ralph Martinez, talking about a trainer who's having a great meet, makes a lot of sense. But this horse seldom puts together 2 winners in a row. Go back to May here at Fairmount Park, wins, then shows up at Hawthorne, runs 4th, then comes to Belterra, wins, then runs at Belterra again, runs 3rd, then goes to Belterra again, wins. So if the numbers are right, winning may not be the case. However, as I did point out, this is a horse that, for all intensive purposes, is definitely a serious player in the race. And you're getting a good price, 3-1. If you're playing the pick 3, and I am, I think it's a must include in the situation. 6 horses, Ornery Angel, 12-1 on the morning line. I really didn't think there was any way you were going to get the 12-1, especially with the scratches in the race, and you're not. Currently is the second choice in the wagering at 5-2. Javier Tavares aboard for Max Quinones. Quinones always seems to put his horses in the right race. This one's been an old-fashioned check getter. Yes has 14 wins, 8 seconds, and 9 thirds. Just a little under 172,000 in wagering. Horse looks nice and relaxed. Like I said, Max likes to put these horses in the right spot. So if you got a couple extra bucks, definitely is one, if you're playing that $1 pick 3, you might want to include. So with the big scratch in the race, 1-3-6 is how I'm going to see it. Race to the finish hopefully is a finish in the winner's circle. Good luck.
By order of the stewards for flipping in the paddock, scratch number 7, Lost Sunset. In the upcoming 4th race, scratch out number 7, Lost Sunset. If you had the 7 in any of your rolling daily doubles, you receive a consolation double. number 7, La Sunset. Scratched in the 4th. In the upcoming 4th race with the paddock scratch of the 7, La Sunset, all superfecta wagers are going to be or have been refunded. Wagering menu, win and place, exacta, trifecta, rolling doubles, rolling pick 3 wagering. Post time just about 4 minutes. 5 1/2 furlongs, $4,000 filly and mare claiming race, 3-year-olds and up. Best of luck. Field headed to the starting gate. Mares going 5.5, loading up. They're in the gate. And they're off. Slow into stride, Sharp Attack. Out away very well is Race to the Finish to put it on them early. Henri Angel in tow in second, wider. Sharp Attack musters up a bit of an early rally, goes right between and up towards the front end, hitting the bottom end of the exacta. And last is the late running Wild Tappet and Brody Martinez. The quartet separated by just about 4 lengths now. Around the turn they go. It's Race to the Finish. Alex Bendezu waiting on his second of this Tuesday. It's Sharp Attack, Luis Colon in second. Henri Angel, Javier Tavares is making a move wider in third and sticking to the rail. Is Brody Martinez aboard. Wild Tappet waiting for the front end. Past the quarter pile. or quarter pole. End of the stretch run. It's raced to the finish just by a length and a half. Rail still there for Wild Tampet, who's gaining ever so slightly. Wider, Honorary Angel. We're down to race to the finish, and Wild Tampet. Race to the finish has defeated all runners in race number 4. Good second, Wild Tampet. Then it was Honorary Angel and Sharp Attack. Fourth race now official. Race to the finish. 280 and 240, no show wagering, with the scratches of the 2 and the 4 and the 7 in the paddock. Trifecta, $3.80. $2.80 to place on Wild Tappet. About to enter the winner's enclosure. Winner of today's fourth race, number 1, Race to the Finish, and jockey Alex Bendezu with a riding double. It's a 3-bagger already for co-owners Charles Ritter and Scott Becker and trainer Scott Becker. Race to the Finish, 9-year-old daughter of Race Day out of the He's a Tough Cat mare, tribute to Mama, bred in Illinois by George E. Bates, trustee. Superfectas, show wagers refunded. In the fifth race, there are no changes to the program. Field of 7 at 5 1/2 furlongs. $6,250 non-winners 4 lifetime. Try the distance. Post time is in 17 minutes.
Let's get this show on the road. How about this one, man? Talk to us about your horse. I said before the race, liked the horse. Obviously, everybody did. But I said, this is one of those ones in the barn, very useful. If they don't win, they seem to be right there. So the old-fashioned check getter. This was a turnaround back to the winner. Was it the drop-in class, or was it just ready to go?
Well, a little of both. You know, she's 9 years old now. This might be her last race. We might run her one more. We'll retire her to the farm. She's been good to us.
We've talked about that. In fact, I don't know if you heard, I was talking about that in the race. That's the thing is, as an owner, we know it for a fact. With mares, once they get past 7, if they decide, I want to be a mama, it's not like a gradual progression. They just go, yeah, I don't want to run anymore.
That does happen very often.
And more importantly, Dodgers are playing the Cardinals in L.A. Predictions?
I would say a 3-0 shutout tonight. Cardinals.
All right. Dodgers. Sound like we're going to be going for an adult beverage. Thank you so much, Scotty. 4 down, 4 to go. Late pick 4 kicking in. Don't go away. Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan. Love it. Welcome back, everybody. Late pick 4 kicking on. The card is rolling away. Right now, the Becker barn with 3 winners out of the first 4 races. Can they get another one? Well, they're in this race. 5.5 furlongs, $1 pick 3, $1 pick 4 in effect. These are $62.50 non-winners of 4 lifetime. Let's take a look at the runners. Well, he's loaded up again. This was the kind of race I thought you could go in a lot of directions. A lot of directions. But Steve Manley, to me, might be holding all the cards. And it looks like the bettors are in agreement. 4-horse, No Pay, No Hay for Merritt Hudson and a good friend, Mr. John Maroney. Maroney's horses have been running well, but they haven't gotten to the winner's circle in a few weeks. So maybe this is the race to come on. Was a winner for them back on July 25th in the mud. Showed up here on August 8th against this condition and just ran a huge race after getting bumped at the 8th pole to get beat a half a length for the whole thing. I think No Pay, No Hay makes a tremendous amount of sense. A 5-year-old daughter of Audible. I think we'll be sitting off the early pace setters, and I think those are the 2 on the outside. So this could be a really good situation, and it looks like the bettors are in agreement. Let's talk about the 7, Golden Edge, for Tammy Hornsby. Hornsby's barn has just been amazing since relocating her horses over from the Prairie Meadows Oaklawn circuit. This horse gave up a 2-length lead back on August 8th in this condition, but has not run bad. In fact, hasn't run worse than 3rd going back. It was claimed off of Terry Burgess and seems to be doing quite well for the Hornsby barn, who right now fat 21% at the meet. Definitely worthy of considering. I think they're the speed of the speed. So expected 5.5 furlongs. They are going to be rolling. Tammy does the saddling there. You can see she's got her assistant there taking care of it. I think Tammy is actually handling on the horse. Sometimes you get horses that are a little dodgy, little twitchy, and just to make sure you know them. So I've known plenty of trainers who will go ahead and they will be ponying their own. Let's get to the 1-horse, cooking the books. Clean Living Racing. Jimmy Watkins having a great meet, 21%. 20% on the year based on 142 horses to date. That number is actually might be a little higher because he had a victory over at Horseshoe Indianapolis on Monday, and it was a big one under Travis Wales. Maiden claiming 40 type, and I was really happy for him and the entire team. This is a horse that's got some speed. There's a lot of speed in this race. So hopefully they don't become a pace casualty. But I thought if you're playing the pick 3s, what have you, and even the late pick 4, if you got a couple extra bucks in you, you might want to include this one. Rounding out the group, the 6, Last Gap. You guessed it, a lot of speed for Scotty Becker. This horse is showing they need the lead, but they're a 3 for 16 in the winner's circle. So they definitely hang in there. But I'm not sure with all this speed here if they're going to be able to pull this one off. So good luck to him. For Scotty Becker and his barn, that would be 4 winners out of the first 5 races on the card. Is it possible? Scotty Becker, of course it is. So 4-7-1-6 is how we see it. Starting of the $1 pick 3, and more importantly, starting of the late $1 pick 4. Good luck.
Welcome to the fillies and mares, non-winners of 4. $6,250 claimers, sprinting 5 1/2 furlongs. There's no change in race number 5 to the program. This starts the $1 late pick 4. Here are the rest of your changes for the remaining 4 races. Nothing here in the 5th. In the 6th race, scratch out the 7. I'm hung over. The 5, Girls Nicks Now, 2 pounds over. 7th race is clear. 8th and final race. Make the jockey on the 4, Adam 5-0, Frank Reyes. The 5, Mike's Last Call in race number 8, 1 pound over the limit. 5th race offers, rolling daily doubles, rolling pick 3s. You have trifectas, superfectas, 10-cent supers, and the late $1 pick 4. You still have just about 4 minutes. One minute. Approaching the starting gate. Loading in. Cooking the books. Alternative Grace. Moving up Misty Sunday. Last Gasp. Two left. Hootie Hoot. No pay, no hay. Fillies and mares in the gate. Flag is up. Acting up the 3. And they're off. Quickest beginning for Hootie Hoot got out. On the outside, Last Gasp is challenging early. No Pay, No Hay settles back just a length and a half, just about a half length back. And here comes Alternative Grace, who had to be put on hold. So the top running quartet separated by about, a length. Next and fifth, Cookin' the Books has a very handy spot along the rail, if able to find a place. Misty Sunday is next to last and is covered up on the outside by Golden Edge. Not much between the front-running speed, Hootie Hoot, and No Pay, No Hay. Moving up, Cookin' the Books on the underneath side of Last Gasp, and circling up is Alternative Grace, about 4 wide off the fence. As they straighten away, the last 2 are Golden Edge and Misty Sunday. Not much ever since they sprung the latch to Hootie Hoot and No Pay, No Hay. Outside, Alternative Grace. Cookin' the Books is tipped off, but it's Alternative Grace at 4-1. Just rolls to the wire. Easy win. Alternative Grace beat Hootie Hoot a good second, No Pay, No Hay third, and then Golden Edge fourth. Five and 3 exacta, going to get you paid a little bit. 4-1 over 12-1. Photo still placed for second. Welcome back to the winner's enclosure. Winner of today's 5th race, the 5, Alternative Grace, and apprentice rider Victor Lara. Owned by Mr. Harry Lynch's Racing, LLC. Alternative Grace, 4-year-old daughter of Alternation out of the Jumpstart mare, Indiana Anna. Bred in Indiana by Dr. Richard Hammer. All 7 ran 10.25, 63.20 across, the exacta $57.60, trifecta $88.30. Race 4 and 5 daily double $12.40. The pick 5, yikes, good on ya, $3,492. Pick 4, the early rendition or edition, $380. Again, the pick 5, $3,492. The pick 3 for races 3, 4, and 5, $12.50. 10-cent super, $53.68. Hey, Peter Lurie has Mr. Victorious winning trainer Harry Lynch down there.
You know me, I'm like one of the biggest fans of this guy. He's having a career meet How about that? Hey, let's talk about the race, Harry, real quickly. You were at the same condition last time out. It wasn't a bad race. It wasn't a great race. It was kind of even. Was it the cutback in distance that got the win?
Yeah, she likes the distance, and then the boy got her to the outside. She likes to get in that outside and come running.
For folks that may be watching on YouTube, when the track it's warm. It's not humid. It's warm. Do you think it plays more to horses off the pace?
Yeah, I think it all does, and how they stay calm.
Right.
You know, this filly stays real calm, don't get excited, so she was setting to go.
Real quick before you leave, what do you attribute it? I mean, I did the numbers. You are having a career season here. What do you attribute it to?
I just said I wanted to win 20, and I'm going over, so I'm happy.
See? For all those people who doubted me when I said this guy's a legend here, look at that. 20 and counting. Thank you, Harry. Horses getting ready for the final pick 3 of the afternoon. Still got time. Good luck. Five furlongs the distance. We get ready for the final $1 pick 3 of the afternoon. Welcome back, everybody. And, of course, a special welcome to all of our friends who are maybe just joining us on YouTube television. For all you folks with smart television, it's right there, and it doesn't cost you a dime. You want to get involved. Let's talk about the field. 5 furlongs the distance and non-winners of 2. Had a lot of second eyes today. Let's see if we can get back up on the beam for the final pick 3. Looking at this field, to me, the one, Lolita J, looks like the horse you got to beat. Good looking, 3-year-old daughter of violence whose pop was Medaglia d'Oro. Tis Now, the sire of the Dam, which is funny because you look at that and you think to yourself, this horse should be running 2 turns. Well, they tried it once, they got beat 23 lengths. To be fair, it was supposed to be on the grass back on July 5th over at Hawthorne. So you don't know. Maybe they go back and try to evaluate that one. But I can tell you one thing, Medaglia d'Oro could run anything between 5 furlongs and 1.25 miles, including that victory in the Breeders' Cup Classic down at Lone Star. Horse has got speed, looks good. Victor Lara just got a win. He'd be looking to go back-to-back, and Jose Rodriguez, well, the barn is starting to pick it up, but they're going to have to pick up a lot more. I think the horse has got speed. Unfortunately for them, they might have some competition out there on the front end. Let's talk about the 5 horse. That is Girls Nix Now for Charles Davis. Brody Martinez getting the call on this one. He's been aboard for the previous 2. Both races very, very good as the betting favorite. Most people would say it's a bit of a money burner. Well, 2 races does not a money burner make. I just think that it's looking for the right spot. One thing I could say is a positive, 2 positives actually. Brody Martinez, good judge of pace, strong young rider. You're going to be hearing from him for a while. The other point is, even though they've got speed like some of the horses in the race, they draw the outside, and that is a tactical advantage, at least I feel. Charles Davis, he owns and trains his own, which means that basically he can run this horse wherever he wants. Decides to cut this one back in distance. They've tried it 7 times and have hit the board only twice. So we'll see how it plays itself out. But there is some positives to this one. And I thought if you are playing the late pick 3, why not include? The 4 horse, D'Argenau, a 4-year-old daughter of Improbable, from the Union City mare, D'Arge de Mier. I'm guessing on that one. Looked like a winner back on August 1st. 3 in front at the 8th pole, and they caught him. Now, 10-1, it's still a big effort, but I'm curious how they're going to approach this one. It could be a simple idea that you've got so much speed in the race, maybe this is the horse that you're going to sit back, sit 2 lengths off the pace, let them do the dirty work, and then you, of course, can pounce on them when it's affordable for you. Round out the top 4 for yours truly, Engagement. Armando Hernandez sends out this 3-year-old daughter of Omaha Beach. Had speed, got tired last time out and was thoroughly beat. But that was over at Hawthorne. Last 2 races, I could find an excuse, sloppy track. The previous June 11th, they won for fun to break the maiden. I think the horse is spotted in the right place. Armando Hernandez hitting at a good solid 18%. But again, there's so much speed in this race. You almost feel like it's crying for a horse off the pace. So basically, 1, 5, 4, 3 is how we see it. Lolita J, we're going to give them the top call in race number 6. The $1 pick 3 coming up shortly. Good luck.
Fillies and mares 3 years of age and up that have never won two in for the $5,000 claim. The 7 is scratched. 2 pounds over on the 5. Post time for the field of 7 sprinting 5 furlongs is 4 minutes away. Win, play, show wagering, you have exacta, trifecta, superfecta wagers, rolling doubles, and the late dollar pick 3 sequence. Post time for the 6th race in 2 minutes. Oh yes, full screen that, by all means. That should be the anti-ticket. See if they take a turn here or not. We'll go on the safe side. Get those wagers in as soon as possible. Looks like they are headed towards the gate. Indubitably, it's late pick 3 time. Jockey is off the 6. Bell in the Temple. Gate crew knows the idiosyncratic mind of the 6. And she loads in well. Rest loading in around her. Final bets. Engagement moves in. Waiting on Flathead Finale. She needs some assistance. Just about set. Eight is almost in. Yeah, she's just not there yet. It's really... Okay, here we go. Flag is up now. 5 furlongs. And they're off. Clean start. Girls Knicks now, Bell in the Temple, all get out with Lolita J, and there goes Engagement. Engagement is first to the first turn and only turn, out by a length and a half. Engagement now, it's Dargonaut in second, wider to third to Girls Knicks now. On the inside is Lolita J. Next comes Bell in the Temple. 'Tis Me, one more time, is also gaining from far, far back. And the last horse away is Flathead Finale, trailing by almost 9 or 10. They all have to catch Engagement. 5-1 leads the rest of the crew past the 330-yard mark. Off the rail, tipping out is Lolita J. Here comes Girls Knicks now down the center of the course. Giving way is Engagement. Girls Knicks now is gaining, but it's not going to be enough. Lolita J is in hand and in command. Going to score at 6-5. 2 lengths to Girls Knicks now. Flathead Finale rallied late to get third, and a photo for fourth. Either 'Tis Me one more time or Bell in the Temple. Race 6 now official, 462.42.20 across the board on Lolita J at 6-5. Trifecta $14.15. Race 5 and 6, daily double, 5 with 1, just shy of $10. Superfecta, 1582, $15.45. The 7 was scratched from today's 6th race. Pick 3 for races 4, 5, and 6, $24.50. Exacta, 1 with 5, $6.20. Into the winner's circle steps Lolita J and jockey Victor Lara with a riding double. Owned by J&N Thoroughbreds LLC, Jose Rodriguez, 3-year-old chestnut daughter of Violence, and the Tis Now mare Cece My Sis, bred in Kentucky by Caldera Farm Incorporated. We gave you the prices. I will tell you that your winner was claimed out of the 6th race for $5,000. New trainer will be Gabe Ratana. New owners will be Jimmy and Joanne Stringer.
Welcome back, everybody. Lolita J gets the W. Jose Rodriguez, the winning trainer. This one, formerly of the Elias Lopez stables, just broke the maiden. It's always tough first time versus winners. Did you hear anything? The trainer give you any other information prior?
No, not really. You know, she just didn't want her. I took advantage of it, and that's about it. You know, she didn't look like she belonged there, so we put her in there.
I was laughing because I was watching the race and you had the front runner just clear. And I thought, oh, they're going to steal it. But it looked like, the one thing I will say about Mr. Lara, so confident. He kind of looked like, nah, it's good. We'll get him. Were you feeling the same way?
I kind of told him, you know, just be careful with the number 3 because he looked like he had a lot of speed, so we just stay behind him and do what you do the best.
Well, listen, you're making the most of your opportunities. I like what you're doing with your horses. All I can say is continued success with the rest of the meet.
Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right. Jose Rodriguez with the win here. That is Lolita J picking up the W. We got a late daily double coming up. That's me. Sorry about that, folks. Welcome back, everybody. We're looking at the start of the late daily double. Optional claiming 20,000, going a distance of 6 furlongs. Looking at this race, it's an interesting race, but I think there's a long shot to be had. We'll get to that in a moment. Let's take a look at the runners down in the paddock. I mean, the horse I think you got to beat is the obvious horse, the 6 horse, Honor Point. A lot of things that you can say in their favor. 8-5 is not a bad price. I think it's going to get bet down. So chances are that's a pipe dream. But horse doesn't really have that early speed. But in the race like this, there's enough early speed. I don't think you want it. I think you're going to want to sit right off of whoever does make the lead. Now, this is a horse that has won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row, 6 of the last 7. And there will be the proponents, 3 for 3 at the distance, and the Brisnet number towers over the field. You'd think that. There are a lot of people now that are going to try to bet him and say, look, eventually it's got to come to an end. Not necessarily. Eduardo Rodriguez has been spotting this horse in the right spot. He's not getting too aggressive. The horse has already proven not only sprinting, but a route of ground. So the sky is the limit here. However, if you're trying to beat this horse, there's a couple of horses to consider. First off the bat is the 8. Which is Jack's Six-Pack. Pat Clay sends out this 7-year-old son of Bluegrass Cat. You know, we're getting in the older, long in the tooth type of sires. His father was Stormcat. And I've mentioned Stormcat before, a tremendous, fierce competitor. In my opinion, a little bit of a nut job, but he was a fierce competitor. I think he was mean. If you're looking for the top Brisnet number, there it is, right there. This horse ran a good second last time out, ran against the aforementioned winner. They got in a battle at the top of the stretch and just came up second best. Can they win this race? Absolutely. If they get the jump on the favorite. They're just projected a couple links in front of them early in the race. So if they can get the jump on them, sky's the limit for them. Now let's get to the horse that I think is a long shot. And I know Keith Nelson also a fan of this particular horse. The 1, Red Moscato. Now I honestly thought there's no way this horse is going to be 15-1. And they're not. 4-1 currently. They've won 3 of their last 4 races. They showed up in a non-winners of 1 July 12th. Now here's the rub. The one time recently they ran at Fairmount Park, they were a distant third. One time in 3 tries. But I really think that this horse is just coming into their own. Was claimed in an optional 10,000 where they already blew the conditions, so they had to go in for the tag. And they were picked up off of Eduardo Rodriguez by Armando Hernandez. Hernandez, with limited starters here, is hitting at a pretty nice number. Gets the hot hand of Frankie Reyes. I've told you already what I think about this guy. I think there are a lot of good winners ahead for this talented veteran rider. He won with this horse easy at Hawthorne, going 1.70 miles, and that race was claimed off of Elias Lopez. The horse has got speed, draws the rail trip. The only thing that could bode against them is there is a lot of speed in this race. But I thought at a decent price, you might want to take a swing. Rounding out the top 4, Upturned Brim, the 2-horse for Michael Rivas. As we mentioned before, Rivas limited starters on the year. On the entire year, he has 8 starters, and they were all right here at Fairmount Park. This horse was a recent claim. In fact, you want to talk about popular. April 25th was taken off of trainer Keith DeSormo for 12.5. Showed up at May 15th, the starter, ran okay, came back in for an open 16 on the 31st, claimed again by the former trainer, William Cano. Then shows up on the 21st at Churchill against 20,000, gets claimed off of Aaron Shorter. And Michael Rivas now having him there. He's been taking his time with this horse, obviously getting him ready. Off the layoff of 90 days or more, 22%. First after the claim, hits at 17%. Shippers in general, I'm not sure you can really use that number because the horse has been training here at Fairmount Park since July. So I wouldn't use that one if I were you. But the horse makes sense. And it's that horse that probably will get first run on the group if it's by chance their shot. So 6-8-1-2 is how I see it. Looks to be in a good spot here for Honor Point. Like I said, I think even money is probably more safe, maybe even lower when it's all said and done. Horse will be coming out on the track shortly. Good luck.
This is the third Fairmount Park Sprint Series race of what will be 5 events going 6 furlongs, all escalating purses. This purse, $29,000. It's a starter optional claimer for 20 for 3-year-olds and up that have started for a claiming price of $10,000 or less in 2024 through 2026, or in for the optional claiming price of $20,000 today. Here's your field. Number 1 is Red Moscato, running for Armando Hernandez and John Baines. Armando Hernandez is the conditioner. Up top is Frank Reyes. The 2 is Upturned Brim, owned and trained by Michael Rivas. Apprentice Brody Martinez has the assignment. 3 for Clay Stable LLC, Michelle Clay. Pat Clay trains More Than Destiny and Alvin Ortiz. The 4 is Late Running Bureau for Carlos Hernandez. Fernando Bahena trains. Riding number 4 is Rainier Arrieta. 5, Sweet La Crema. Adrian Salazar, owner and trainer. Riding as apprentice rider Victor Lara. 6 is Honor Point, co-owned by David Dory and Robert Commandant. Eduardo Rodriguez, the conditioner. Riding number 6 is Alex Pendezu. The 7, Henry Cortez Adames. Dust Dancer, trained by Jose Rodriguez and Javier Tavares, riding. And the 8, Jack Six Pack. Spencer Cusera, the owner. Pat Clay trains, riding as Angel Stanley. That's your field. For race number 7 at 3/4 of a mile, the Fairmount Park Sprint Series continues. The third race in this series of 5. Post time, about 3 minutes away. The field is headed towards the starting gate for race 7. They've reached the gate, loading in. Red Moscato, Sweet La Crema. Heavily backed Honor Point. More Than Destiny. Dust Dancer. Two back, Bureau, and then Jack Spratt. The long shots, race of the day. They're in the gate. And they're off. Perfect getaway. Sweet La Crema used for speed. Jack Spratt on the outside, dipping down through is More Than Destiny third. Dust Dancer is now back in fourth and fifth. Here comes Honor Point right up into the top quartet. Next comes Up Upturned Brim on the inside. That one's challenged by Red Moscato. And Bureau down the backstretch run has about 7 lengths to make up. On the front, Sweet La Crema, Jack Spratt, 1-2 as they go past the 3/8 pole and towards the 5/16. Dropping out of it is More Than Destiny, is passed on the outer by the yellow-clad Honor Code. That's Honor Point, who's gaining up on the outside but is stagnant. On the far back side, Dust Dancer has a lot of running to do. No late foot yet for Bureau, who's still at the back with Upturned Brim, who's receding. On the front, ever since Kelly Mulvaney spreading Galatches, Sweet La Crema, Jack Spratt, and here comes back More Than Destiny. More Than Destiny rolling at 22-1. See you later. Sweet La Crema for the place. Then it was Jack Spratt. Honor Point was fourth. More Than Destiny. With a great start, relaxed around the turn and just popped. Sweet La Crema held on gamely for second. Then it was Jack Six-Pack and heavily backed Honor Point. Race 7 now official. $46.20. 1840, 960 across on your winner at 22-1. Into the winner's circle steps number 3, More Than Destiny, a jockey Alvin Ortiz. Owned by Clay Stable LLC, Michelle Clay, Pat Clay. Nebraska boys got to stick together. More Than Destiny, 5-year-old gelded son of More Than Ready out of the Lionheart mare, Heart of Destiny, bred in Kentucky by Hurstland Farm Incorporated and James Green Jr. The winning time, 6 furlongs, a minute 10 and 3, minute 10.76 seconds. 10-cent superfecta, $94.18. The pick 3 for races 5, 6, and 7, $465.60. Other prices coming up. The exacta $131.50, trifecta $205.60. Race 6 and 7 double $130, and the 10-cent super $94.18. We'll head to the winner's circle with Peter Lurie.
I understand. You get to ring it afterwards. More Than Destiny apparently was third time the charm since coming back to Fairmount Park. Welcome back, everybody. The Clay family getting the accolades, 22-1. I'm just going to ask, how confident were you coming into this race?
I was very confident. I figured he'd win.
And you should have said something to me.
I wish I would have.
What was it about this horse that made you think the third time was going to be right?
He's just had a lot of problems, and we worked our way through them, and he's right now. So.
Horse goes back and forth. I know, was that Marvin Johnson's operation over in Nebraska previously? You had him over at Turfway Park. Is it just one of those from one circuit to the next? That's how we play it?
Well, I sent him over to Larry for one reason, to win a race, and we did that. I sent him to Marvy to win a race. We didn't get that done, but Marvy told me a few things I had to fix on him, and we did that, and here we are.
I tell you, Marvin's one of my favorite guys back to the days when I was in Indiana. Listen, congratulations to both of you. I hear you got to ring a bell right now, and we love to hear that for Thoroughbred Aftercare. Thank you again, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right. Pat Clay with the victory. 7 down, 1 to go on the Horse Hooky Tuesday card. Welcome back, everybody, as we've got our 8th and final here. Reminder on Saturday, same post, 1:30, a 7-race card. And, of course, we'd love you to be here on track. But if you can't be, please, by all means, go and join us on the YouTube channel. Once again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, all you have to do is if you have a smart TV, you just go to the YouTube app. It'll say, go as a guest. Doesn't cost you anything. You dial in Fairmount Park Racing Live, and that will take you right there. We got one race left, and with that $22 to 1 shot rather coming in, for those of you who are still alive in the pick 3 and pick 4 and double for that matter, well done. It's been a big day for the players. Let's get to it. 6 furlongs. These are Illini bred, optional 29 winners of 2 lifetime, $38,500 purse. For all you Illinois breds, you got to come to Fairmount Park. Let's take a look at the runners. Interesting race to close it out. I'm going to put my money here on the 1, Earl's Outlaw. Decent 3-1, but as you can see by looking at the board right now, that's the actual favorite. And I figured they would. But it's spread out all over the place, which really tells you the players are just not sure. My father, may he rest in peace, was a superior handicapper, was a writer for National Turf Monthly, and he always told me if you didn't have a strong opinion, all you got to do is go to the board will tell you, and the board is telling you, at least at this point, you're on your own. Earl's Outlaw was last seen in a mile race back on August 8th. Didn't seem to do too much, very one-paced. Now, Gabe Rattano's taking the blinkers off. And if they go back to what they were doing in the sprinting categories, I think this horse makes a lot of sense. Good second, 2 back on July 18th. Broke the maiden for maiden special weight on June 27th. And with all that together, I think it's going to have a little more speed than normal because they put in a 3 furlong, 37-1 bullet on August 25th in preparation for the race. Horse has never been off the board at the distance in 3 tries and gets Javier Taveras, whose business has been picking up as of late. Move our attention over to the 6 horse as I'm trying to get my sheets to cooperate. Something to Believe In. This was the actual 8-5 morning line favorite, and it's a big overlay at 9-2 here for trainer Robert Pompel, who's looking for his 9th winner at the meet. This is a 4-year-old son of well positioned. 0 for 7 on the year. Has had 1 winner in 2 years. That winner came right here at Fairmount Park. Likes to run second a lot. 6 seconds, 3/3. As far as the distance is concerned, 13 tries, a winner, 4 seconds, and 2/3. Looking to eclipse $67,000 in earning in this upcoming race. Adamir Santos gets the call, one of the better riders here at the Cub. And you got to give this horse a long look if you're playing. Summer Cyclone is the 2 for Scott Becker, looking for his 4th winner on today's card. This horse was a runaway winner, wire to wire to break the maiden on August 8th. Looks to be in a good spot here. Victor Santiago, his veteran rider, gets the call. It's always tough to be first time versus winners, and it's not like they're dropping down into a claiming race. They're here in allowance company. But knowing Scotty and his partner, Charles Ritter, this is one of their homebreds. In fact, this might have been one of the first of the homebreds this afternoon. A 3-year-old gelded son of Centrifuge, whose pop was Tappet. And of course, that Galib lineage still there, the sire of the Dam, summer winner. So this horse is probably the speed of the speed, and they're going to have to come get if they want to be successful. Rounding out the top 4, Clay Lau with the 8 horse, Big Skookum. I had the horse last time out, I'm kidding you, of course. 55-1, they broke the maiden back on August 1st. Come back with an August 27th, 38-1 best of that morning. Now, the thing is, when a horse has not really showed any form and then actually pulls one off at a big price, sometimes it just comes down to a light going on. And the horse realizes, wait a minute, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So could be the situation with this one. You're getting a good price, 11-1, if it happens to be the case. So with a few minutes left to go before they come out on the track, I'm going to say 1, 6, 2, 8. Earl's Outlaw hopefully gets us back on the beam. 8th race coming up shortly. Good luck.
$20,000 allowance optional claiming race for registered bred or foaled Illini horses, 3 years of age and up, that have never won two, or they're in for the $20,000 tag. Frank Reyes on the 4. The 5 is 1 pound over the limit. Exacta, trifecta, superfecta, win, place, show wagering in our get out race coming up in about 4 minutes. You have 1 minute. Approaching the starting gate. Just two horses really taking a lot of mutual money. The one, Earl's Outlaw, and the 6, Something to Believe in. Loading process has started for the 8th. Our many thanks to all the outdoor employees, man, especially the gate crew. Kelly Mulvaney, another great job, and all the gate crew, thank you. All the horsemen, horsewomen out here, and you for enduring triple digits out here today. Camera people, super duper. Playground Warrior looks to be the last one. Almost in. Now install 9, flag is up, just about set. And they're off. Good start in the center for Something to Believe in. Also hustling right through is Senior Ruben with an opening. There's Summer Cyclone taking up flight to the lead. So it's Summer Cyclone putting a length on both Senior Ruben, and sitting third is Something to Believe in. Fourth and on the outside is Holden Michael at lofty odds. Adam 5-0 is playing and moves all the way up to third. On the far outside is Big Skookum. Big Skookum is fanned out at least 6 or 7 paths from the inside fence. Favorite Earl's Outlaw is about 7 lengths behind, but starts to move up along the inside. Next comes Mike's Last Call, and desperately last is Playground Warrior. Around the turn towards the quarter pole, Summer Cyclone by a length. An erratic Adam 5-0 means business, though, and is really enjoying the hot weather today. A bit of a squirrel job around the turn for Something to Believe in, and down the grandstand side comes Big Skookum. In deep stretch, Summer Cyclone, Adam 5-0. Here comes Earl's Outlaw, saved every bit of ground. Earl's Outlaw 6-2-5 to win. Summer Cyclone was second. Adam 5-0 vastly improved for third, and then it was Something to Believe in. One, 2, 6, 4, 6-5 over 6-1 over 10-1 over 5-2. Earl's Outlaw wanted to go around again. What a ride by Javier Tavares, patiently so. Earl's Outlaw was bred in Illinois by Michael Rivas. 3-year-old gelded son of Tapiture out of the Bellamy Road mare, Glamala, owned by Amado Diego, trained by Gabe Bretana. Congratulations to the winning connections. Field size bonus boasts this purse to around $41,000. Congrats to the winning connections. winning payoffs to come. And then we'll give it to Peter Lurie to say goodbye. Your winner paid $440, $280, and $220. Eighth race exact $11.70 for the 1 and the 2. Trifecta 1, 2, 4, $66.90. Late pick 3, $250.50. 10-cent superfecta, $32 and change. Here are the rest of the payoffs. Late double, 3 with 1, $60.50. And the late pick 4, $1,010.60. From me to you, we'll see you back here for the first of 7 on Saturday at 1:30. Here's Peter Lurie.
Well, thank you very much, Keith Nelson, and a job well done by you, too. Got the win here with Earl's Outlaw, Gabe Bertana. I've always been a fan of yours, sir. This horse, the blinkers came off. Was it my imagination? It seemed like you might have gotten left today coming out of the gate.
He did. He did got left over in the way with all the horses that are outside. He wasn't paying attention.
The one thing I thought was interesting is sometimes you learn something about a horse when something like that goes wrong. Does that tell you now, hey, dropping back is not a bad idea?
No, it's true. Never learning about the horses the way they're running. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, Gabe, listen, I appreciate you taking the time with us. Thank you so much, and continued success. Okay, trainer Gabe Bertana. Hey, folks, that's going to do it for me. That's going to do it for everybody here at Fairmount Park. We want to thank you so much. And another ringing of the bell. That means Thoroughbred Aftercare is getting paid. For everybody, your track announcer, Keith Nelson, everybody up in the booth, I'm Peter Lurie. Remember, Saturday, 7-race card starts at 1:30. For everybody here at Fairmount Park, have yourself a wonderful evening. Good night.